Hello everyone and welcome back to the vlog. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you again for tuning in. Happy New Year to everyone. To start off our New Year's vlog, I decided to do a little homesteading and self-reliance project. Now we're going to be making some liquid soap today. That's why I am in gloves. Normally when we're in the city, we don't really think about these things, but being in the farm, we wanted to be a little more self-sufficient. So we're going to be making something that is used everywhere, from the kitchen to the bathrooms to cleaning anything that you need. Today, I'm going to be using a recipe I saw from another YouTube vlogger named Ellys Everyday Soap Making. She has the most informative and simplest way to do a hot liquid soap style procedure. I did an experiment yesterday and this turned into a complete disaster. We had to throw out the batch last night because it just basically didn't saponify far enough and there's still lye in the chemicals, so it wasn't safe to use. It was very caustic and it hurt the hands. Everything that you're going to be using for the soap making shouldn't be used back in the food. So I'm actually on the dining table right now because I don't want to stay in the kitchen because there are some gases here that we're working with. Now I've also labeled everything and I've made sure to put some weights. So as you can see here, I have my digital weighing scale. I have some cold water in here because I'm going to be mixing the lye in here. I have some extra jars to do some tests. I have diluted some salty water, which is going to be used to thicken the agent. I have a timer and I have a notepad just to write everything down. I have a digital weighing scale over here to my left and a few tools I'm going to be needing, this and this, along with a stick blender. I got all my ingredients from Lazada. Everything is available there. One of the key ingredients that you're going to need is this potassium hydroxide. This is basically the cleaning agent, which is almost like a lye. You're going to mix this with water and be very, very, very careful because you're supposed to mix the lye, which is this one, with water slowly. Now this is very thermogenic. It will increase the water temperature to over 200 Fahrenheit. So you have to be very careful with this. This is very caustic. If you get this on the skin, it could irritate and burn your skin also. You're going to be needing water. I'm just using the normal purified water from our water dispenser. And I'm going to start off with the raw ingredients. So what's going to happen is we have this balancing there. I have the weight 1151 on this scale. On the other scale, it was 1147. So do the math. So we've zeroed everything out. And we're first going to start off with the coconut oil. This is 70 grams for the coconut oil. Try to be super precise with this because the fats of the oil have to be in line so that, again, you get the proper reaction. Okay, on the dot, proceed to add the olive oil. 489 grams of olive oil. Uh-oh, not enough olive oil. Pretty lucky that I actually bought a second tub of oil, so we're not gonna run short, and I don't need to use the kitchen oil. This is cosmetic grade oil. So we're running up to 465. Next step on our list is to add the castor oil, reset the scale again. And we're going with 140 grams of castor oil. And we're going to be pulling out our cold water, purified cold water. This is roughly 597 grams of water, obviously without the container. This is roughly 149 grams of potassium hydroxide. You want to be super careful when you're adding this to this because it's going to have a reaction. You're supposed to do this in a well-ventilated place, but for the video, I'm doing it right here so you guys can see. Let me bring this forward so you can see the reaction. Slowly tap the crystals in. It's slowly going to make the water hotter and hotter. The temperature has changed from cold. It's actually now very warm. So we're actually going to let this cool down with a spoon in it. We're going to bring the stove back and then turn this on. We're supposed to get the oils up to 160 Fahrenheit. And I think the water with potassium hydroxide should be about 140 Fahrenheit before mixing everything together. Also, because this is a sped up process of hot soap making, you're not supposed to leave this unattended. Now this is going to make a big batch. It's actually going to almost double. This doesn't look like a lot right now, but when this combines with the other mixture, it's going to increase in volume. Here's where I mucked up yesterday. I didn't use a thermometer. I just sort of rushed it and put everything together. Just going to add our solution and then start stirring. Put the flame to super low, and again, you have to keep stirring and agitating it. You do want to get a bowl which is high-sided because you don't want any of this splashing on you, especially at this state. This is still very caustic and can burn your skin. Make sure you cool down your stick blender because this thing does get hot and you don't want to burn this out because it's super useful. Doing this manually is going to take a long time. So what's going to happen is this is going to thicken into a paste. This is about 10 minutes in. Getting super thick already. I'm actually going to turn the flame off. Here you go, our mashed potato soap paste. Roughly 13-14 minutes to get this process done. Okay, we're just gonna stir this. Don't want it to burn. We're gonna wipe the sides down. Try to get rid of the soap that did not cook properly, so it doesn't mix back into the main batch. And we're gonna continue. Just mix it just a little because the pan is hot. I ended up tossing the first test batch because it was cloudy. I let the mixture cool down and we're gonna go try again. So another way to do this is actually to have pH test strips, which I can't seem to locate mine. If you're using distilled water, when you mix or dilute the soap, it shouldn't get super cloudy. It's okay to be a little cloudy, but not very cloudy. Okay, it's looking better, nice and clear. So as you can see now, it's super clear. The spatula is there. So we're gonna use this Tupperware and store the rest of the paste so that we can put it in the fridge and save it for when we need to make some more soap. We're gonna leave some out. I'm not sure how much though, because I have to refill about 5 containers that we've saved. Hey Siri, 743 minus 481. 262. Okay. Back in the pot, adding the water, and we're going to turn the heat on again. Back to medium heat, and we're actually going to melt this down again. So I'm going to get the lid and cover this whole thing. According to Ellie, this process took her about an hour and a half. We're going to be then finally adding our scent. I do have lavender oil scent, which I'm using. Now, the dilution rate really depends up to you. How watery do you want your mixture? So checking in on our soap, and as you can see, the solution has liquefied. I'm going to be turning the fire off and letting this cool down on its own. We're going to be adding the saltwater solution. This is sea salt, that's why it's pink. And hopefully it will thicken up just a little. Oh, why do we have a top layer? That's interesting. Maybe we'll just skim that off. Adding a little of the saltwater solution. Now we're going to add also the scent. The scent is going to be about 2% of the total weight for this mixture. So we're going to have to weigh it again. 2972. 1147, 1825 times 0.02 equals 36. I love lavender. Lavender is always very calming for me. And if we actually run out of lavender, I might have to mix another oil with this. Okay, 36. Nice lavender scent. All right, let it cool down. We're reusing cups from the yogurt. Oop. All right, guys, we have refilled about 4 of these. This is our first homesteading program for this year, and it was super fun and easy to make, and this smells good. Now, this won't last long in the bottle because there's no preservatives in it, so that means this will expire eventually. When that is, I have no idea. But for now, what we've done is we've only half-filled most of the bottles so that we can consume it, and then we're going to be proceeding to put this back in the rooms here in the farm. So thank you again for tuning in. Hope you guys are enjoying your new year and stay safe. I'll see you guys again in the next video.